Living by faith is something that I want to share with you today. What is faith? How do you understand faith? Every single day of your life, whether you believe or you don't believe in God or you believe in something, that's faith. But I want to share from a personal experience of how I live by faith and what faith has done in my life. So before we do that, why don't we just dive into the Word of God from the Hebrews 11, where we're going to see the definition of faith. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, for by it the elders obtained a good testimony. By faith we understand that the world were framed by the word of God, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which are visible. So it is through faith. So faith is the substance of unseen things. Let's turn to Matthew chapter 17 and see what Jesus says. So Jesus said to them, because of your unbelief, for surely I say to you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. Moving mountains in your life requires faith. Nothing does happen in your life without faith. Probably you didn't understand that, but let me tell you, it was everything that you do, it's because you had faith to make it to come into existence. People believe in you before you can actually act on something they believe in you. That's faith. They believe that something that doesn't exist in the natural already exists, and you can make it exist in the natural, because it already exists in the supernatural. Growing up in Zimbabwe, I had to learn to live by faith. Living by faith is something I've known throughout my life as a kid and seeing the evidence of faith. I remember in my days when I used to be always sick almost every 2 to 3 months. Don't get me wrong, I had to apply faith. I had to trust in God to bring me through. I had to trust that God would provide the proper doctors to identify what is wrong with me. I had to have faith that God will reveal what is wrong with my health. I've seen God work miracles in my family. After high school, I went to university in Zimbabwe and studied computer software development. I had so many obstacles on the way, but I believed that God would open a door. And during those challenges, I never lost hope. I believed that I can do it. And I believed that God has great plans for me. It was through faith, so I pushed on. And doors started opening to some principals who were so generous. And I got all privileges just because of faith, trusting that it will all come together someday. And all things work together for good. One biggest highlight of my life is moving into Canada from Zimbabwe, knowing nobody. That was a step of faith. I believed right after high school that one day I will be moving to Canada. Canada was the best place for me that I wanted to come live in. I didn't know nothing about it, but I had faith that someday, as long as I live, I will come and live in Canada. 5 years later, 2001, I moved to Canada with my mom and my brother. During my stay with Faith, we didn't know anybody. We trusted that God will open the way. That's faith. And prior to that, have you ever been in a situation where you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, where you don't know what you're going to eat in the next meal or the following day? I've been there, where my faith had to be in action. I had to exercise my faith. That's moving mountains, using that mustard seed of faith. Faith is not a big seed, it's a small seed. With little faith you may have, you may multiply, you may move greater things. There were times in my family where we were almost running out of food. But with our faith, we knew that we would have bread for tomorrow. By faith, we knew that no matter what comes our way, we will be having food at our table tomorrow. We had a beautiful house. We had everything. But nobody knew that some days it was empty in the kitchen. Nobody knew that some days that night was our last night of a meal and we didn't know what was going to happen. But God was faithful. He used people like you to every day provide. Some people would come home and maybe leave $20. That would be sufficient for that very day. That's learning to live by faith. Now moving into Canada, in a place of abundance, the promised land is what I call it. I realize that we tend to forget to live by faith because everything is at a click of a button. I also forget sometimes because I'm so comfortable. But I'm going to be honest with you. Every single day when I tend to come to a point of forgetting, I remember that faith is the substance of things hoped for and not yet unseen. I remember where I come from, and then I stand up and use my faith. Sorry, I don't stand up. Then I open my eyes. I forgot that I'm on a wheelchair, by the way. I cannot stand. Alright, so anyway, moving on. So faith will make you move mountains. My encouragement to you is start believing. Start believing in anything that you want to do in life. You have the power to move a mountain. You just have to command it. Faith with your own strength will not move a mountain, but you have to believe in God. Today, I graduated from university because I had faith. I believed that God someday will help me graduate. Today, I am blessed with people that are there to help me around. It's because of faith. Today, I am not in a position whereby I am always congested and sick like I used to when I was growing up. Because why? I've exercised my faith. Believe and refuse things that are not going to bring you positive output in your life. Do not accept anything that is not going to take you to where you want to get to. Have faith. Do not give up. Even if you're in the midst of the storm right now, it's going to be over soon. Just hold on. Don't give up. If all hope is gone, just hold on. Don't give up. When you're still questioning your faith in God, don't give up. Just hold on. For those of you that are still living a life of success and abundance, remember, don't focus on your riches, because your riches are not your faith. And your riches soon will fade away. And what will be left? You'll still be left with faith to use. So always, in everything you do, apply faith. I'm talking from personal experience. So I encourage you today, stand by faith and live by faith. Remember, you're going to make it through, no matter what.